This video is going to be about the 10th anniversary of the Todd Phillips film, The Hangover. Yes, The Hangover. The film premiered on June 2nd, 2009 and took over the box office by storm, grossing almost $500 million worldwide and single-handedly launching the careers of all three actors in the film, Bradley Cooper, Zach Galifianakis, and Ed Helms. For those of you who don't know, the film's premise revolves around a group of friends who set out on a Las Vegas bachelor party getaway after the fourth member of the group, Doug, played by Justin Bartha, is set to get married to his fiancée 2 days later. They all have their own backgrounds. Bradley Cooper's character is a school teacher, Ed Helms is a dentist, and Zach Galifianakis is Doug's brother-in-law who is a little unhinged and gives the trio the famous name of the Wolfpack during a rooftop celebration. After a hard night of drinking and partying, the Wolfpack is drugged and can't remember anything that happened the night before. They are also missing the groom, who is nowhere to be found. This leads them to a day of chaos and mischief as they attempt to find and rescue Doug while encountering drug dealers, strippers, the cops, Leslie Chow, and the one and only Mike Tyson. Since I was just graduating from middle school at the time, I wasn't going to nearly as many films as I am now. I also remember streaming a bootleg copy of the film because I didn't have any money to afford a movie ticket, but I was also lucky enough to have my aunt unexpectedly take me one day to see it in an actual theater, and it was definitely pretty funny, and I could see why the premise would garner so much praise and word of mouth. The film introduced me to Zach Galifianakis, an actor whom I've never seen before. I remember seeing Bradley Cooper, but to my knowledge he was only getting supporting roles up until that point. Ed Helms was also a newcomer who I wasn't familiar with too. This film was significant because it came out during a time where the raunchy comedy was dying. This came out 2 years after the acclaimed Superbad, American Pie movies were going straight to DVD, and films like Forgetting Sarah Marshall and Pineapple Express were some of the most talked about comedies beforehand. Even though the film isn't a typical quote-unquote sex comedy, through the marketing and the trailers, it made it seem like it would go in that direction. However, director Todd Phillips seems to have had his own vision with the movie and for how he wanted the film to pan out. After the film's release, I vividly remember people at school quoting the film verbatim, such as Leslie Chow's famous "Toodaloo, mother effer," or Alan asking if the hotel they were staying at was the real Caesar's Palace, or did Caesar actually live there. The film also had a monumental effect on Las Vegas, especially on Caesar's Palace. According to a report written in 2013, hotel guests would continuously quote Alan's famous lines to the hotel staff. Hangover-themed slot machines were implemented in hotel casino lobbies, and souvenir shops had plenty of hangover-themed items. The film became the highest-grossing R-rated comedy of all time until Deadpool recently dethroned it in 2016. Nevertheless, it remains one of the highest grossing R-rated films in general. All three main actors have gone on to have huge success, with arguably the most successful being Bradley Cooper, who went on to starring in films such as Silver Linings Playbook, American Hustle, Guardians of the Galaxy, American Sniper, Avengers Infinity War, as well as most recently starring, directing, and producing his own high-grossing film, A Star is Born, alongside pop star turned actress Lady Gaga, with him garnering 4 Oscar nominations for acting over the course of his career. Zach Galifianakis got a huge surge in popularity after the release of The Hangover. He essentially is the main source of comedy in the film, with a lot of the memorable moments coming from his character Alan. After his breakthrough role, he went on to star in another Todd Phillips film, Due Date, starring himself alongside A-lister Robert Downey Jr., 2012's The Campaign alongside Will Ferrell, and later went on to star in the critically acclaimed and Best Picture winning film Birdman alongside an ensemble cast that included the likes of Michael Keaton, Edward Norton, Naomi Watts, and Emma Stone. Nowadays, he is on his own comedy show Baskets, airing on FX. In 2016, he was nominated for an Emmy for Best Lead Performance in a Comedy Series. Ed Helms went on to have success just like his other two castmates, continuing his role in the hit NBC series The Office up until its conclusion, as well as starring in a number of films such as The Cedar Rapids, Jeff Who Lives at Home, Vacation, and most recently he was seen on the 2018 hit comedy Tag, alongside the likes of Jeremy Renner, John Hamm, Jake Johnson, and Hannibal Buress. Ken Jeong, who portrayed Leslie Chow in the movie, is also basically everywhere since then. Currently is a judge on the hit reality competition series The Masked Singer, as well as most recently starring in high-grossing Asian American-led romantic comedy Crazy Rich Asians. Todd Phillips, the director of The Hangover, has gone on to direct quite a few films since then, as well as 2 sequels in which featured the main cast reprising their roles from the original movie. He is currently directing The Joker, starring Joaquin Phoenix, which is highly anticipated by many moviegoers, especially after its ambiguous teaser trailer featuring Joaquin in clown makeup, embodying the famous DC Comics villain. Thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, please make sure to like and subscribe to see some of my future content. As always, have a good one, have a great one.